Max, one last segment to do before we go.
Yeah.
Free money! That's right. Free money is back.
In lieu of an actual jingle or intro, you just sort of yell.
Yes. But if you want to write us a jingle, tweet me at Tepper.
Oh, Lord.
So last week, I want to go through.
You want to go through your picks?
I want to mention it. Last week, I believe I went. I had this. I don't have it.
Last week you lost a lot of people a lot of money. Is what you're about to say.
I lost Baylor. I lost Ohio.
How did you lose Baylor?
They won by 48. And I took Northwestern State, and it was 47.5. That's why Vegas is king. Northwestern State. I lost Northwestern State. I took Ohio minus 21. I won UTEP. I won SMU. I won A&M. I lost Notre Dame, and I won Houston. So 4-3 last week.
I don't think that's good enough. I don't think that's good enough.
If you had bet on all of those, you would win. So free money. All right, 4-3. Let's get to my free money picks against the spread. Max, what are we starting with?
Lamar, Houston straight up. No line. 11 a.m. Saturday.
At TDECU Stadium, like Houston, obviously. I'm interested to see how they handle Cade Harrington, who's a legit star for Lamar. If you don't know about him, he's great.
He's great.
But it won't be enough. Houston, unless they just really, really have a huge hangover from that win over Oklahoma, they should have no problem with Lamar. No. I like the Cougs. Next.
I'm stunned.
Yeah, I know.
Prairie View A&M at Texas A&M, 11 a.m. Saturday. No line.
No line. A&M's going to win. Again, there's only one real guy on the other team that can hurt them. That's Trey Green, who's really good for Prairie View A&M. Trey Green's really good for Prairie View A&M. And if A&M really screws around, this game could be close in the third quarter, but they won't. They won't. A&M wins going away. So I got A&M in that one. Next.
Bethune-Cookman travels to Apogee Stadium, 6 p.m. Saturday against North Texas. No line.
All right, here's the thing about this.
No, there's no thing.
North Texas is going to win. And North Texas is going to win by 100 because Seth Luttrell has got – first of all, he's going to get his first win as North Texas' head coach, and it'll be a big celebration.
Okay.
But beyond that, last time they played an FCS team, they got embarrassed. That was the Portland State game, and that cost Dan McCarney his job. Seth Luttrell is not just playing for a win here. He is playing for the hearts and minds of North Texas fans. And I think he's going to leave his starters in long after he needs to say, guys, a new sheriff is in town. I think North Texas wins. I think North Texas wins by a ton.
You've turned this into like a dramatic Western.
I like North Texas to win by 50. There you go. So I'm taking North Texas.
All right. Rice travels to Army, 11 a.m. Saturday. -9.
So Army's a 9-point favorite at home, and I understand it because Army just beat Temple. And
they look good.
And let me tell you, Army, I think we think of Army, the Army football team, and go, okay, well, it's Army. They're just, they're the worst service academy, right? That's what we think as far as football is concerned.
They have been traditionally, especially the last decade. They look really good this year.
They looked great. They ran for 329 yards against Temple last week in their win. Their quarterback, Ahmad Bradshaw, and their running back, Andy Davidson. Defense was very solid as well. Yeah. This is on, but here's the thing is that Rice's defense, their trouble is in the secondary. Army ain't throwing, okay? So that should negate one of their big advantages, all right? This is on the Rice offense. Tyler Stelling and company to get things going offensively. I think Rice wins straight up. So I will take Rice +9 in this game. I'm going to take Rice +9.
Really?
I think they win. I think they win straight up.
On the road.
I think they win straight up.
Don't take that advice. This is bad advice.
It's free money, man.
UTSA travels to visit my brother in Fort Collins. Play the Colorado State Rams. 2:30 p.m. Saturday, -10.
Yeah, Colorado State's a 10-point favorite in this game. That's insane to me.
It seems weird to me because they did not let the world on fire to start. However, perhaps the line is factoring the beauty around the stadium.
And they're going to be
mesmerizing the road runners.
Yeah, they're going to be. That's
which, by the way, they're building a new stadium on campus that sucks. And I have a big problem with it because the one they have now has an awesome setting.
So this game is entirely on quarterback Dalton Sturm. This has to be about him. If he plays well, because there are going to be opportunities here for him, because the okay. The Colorado State defense is terrible against the pass. They gave up 318 yards against Colorado last week. They basically only have one weapon. It's their running back, Dalen Dawkins, okay? And I think, again, UTSA's strength is going to relatively going to be in stopping the run. Sure. So I think I'm going to take UTSA plus 10 on the road. I don't know if they win. I don't know if they win outright because it's hard to ask them to go and win. But I think this is a one-score game. I think this is a one-score game either way. I like UTSA plus 10 in this one.
I think my only prediction is this will be a completely not fun game to watch. It's just going to be an awful game to watch.
It's going to be ugly. What's next?
SMU, the Ponies, head down to Waco, 2:30 p.m. Saturday, minus 31.5. Boy, tell me you're taking these points.
Baylor's 31.5-point favorites.
There's just, you got to be taking. You got to take SMU, right? You got to.
So I got burned last week because I took Northwestern State, right? I want to know how healthy SMU is.
Yeah,
that's my
fair.
big concern
That's
here.
fair.
Because
That's
Xavier
fair.
Jones went out in this game last week. And if Matt Davis doesn't play, as much as I love Ben Hicks,
Right.
I think that Baylor could really – and first of all, Baylor's going to score at will, right? We agree on that? They're going to score pretty much at will. I think at home, I think I've learned my lesson. I think I'm taking Baylor to cover 31.5, which is a ton. And normally, if you're honestly taking my betting advice, stay away from this game.
Yeah.
But if I have to pick here, I'm going to take Baylor minus 31.5. I think they cover 31.5. Especially
it's a fascinating game.
If they're that, only because if they weren't injured, I'd take SMU plus.
No, I think that's
points.
fair, and I think it's a fascinating game because we don't actually know how good Baylor is. They looked the part last week, but they're playing an absolutely terrible football team by comparison. So I'm super interested to see.
Yeah. Okay. Next one.
UTEP travels to Austin, 6 p.m. Saturday. Minus 30.
Texas is a 30-point favorite at home.
Yeah.
This is tough because I think UTEP's a good team, you know? Mm-hmm. And I think Texas, there's a big letdown potential here for Texas. Okay, let me be clear about something. Straight up, Texas is going to win the game. Texas is going to win. Texas is probably going to win by a fair amount.
Yep.
But what I'm worried about is, are they going to cover 30? I think, especially in the rain, it's supposed to rain tomorrow night.
Yeah.
At DKR Stadium. I think this game is lower scoring than it was last week.
Okay.
And I think UTEP keeps it within 30. I'm going to take UTEP and the points.
All right,
So
Arkansas.
UTEP plus 30, yes.
Arkansas taking on TCU, minus 7.5.
Easiest pick of the week.
Is it?
Easiest pick of the week.
Okay.
TCU's going to destroy them. I think TCU's going to drub them.
I mean, I hope so.
I think they have spent an entire week getting screamed at
That's probably
by
true.
Gary Patterson.
Yeah.
And I think that TCU's better than Arkansas in a vacuum. I think on a neutral field, I think TCU would win by probably about 7.
Sure.
Probably about 7. When you add in the fact that they're at home and the fact that they are going to be motivated and the fact that I don't think this Arkansas team is running the ball as well as they were last year, I think TCU wins. I'm going to take TCU minus 7.5. I think TCU is that's my lock of the week, which of course is going to go horrifyingly wrong.
Probably.
I like TCU minus 7.5 here a lot. I really, really do.
Yeah.
So
all
that's
right.
mine. And finally,
Tech versus the Arizona State Sun Devils, minus 2.5.
That's right.
Home favorite.
Arizona State is 2.5-point favorite.
Boy.
All that means is that what that means for you, because I know you're kind of a betting, novice.
Yeah, sure.
What that means is that Vegas thinks generally you think of 3 points for a home field advantage. Okay, so generally Vegas thinks this is that on a neutral field this is a coin flip game. That's insane.
It seems insane.
That's insane.
It
I don't
seems
think
insane.
Arizona State's that good. First of all, I don't think they're that good. The other thing about it is that last week Arizona State gave up 369 yards passing to Northern Arizona.
Yeah.
369 yard passing.
What do you think Tech's going to do?
What do you think Pat Mahomes is going to do? I love Tech in this one. I think Tech goes on the road, gets an emphatic win. I don't see how this game is. I don't see how this game. What's weird?
It
about
looks
this,
like a blowout. It looks
That's
like
exactly
an
right.
absolute whipping.
Like there's only two ways this game goes. Either Tech goes on the road and gets stage fright and is terrible and they get run out of the building.
Yeah.
Or Tech comes in and just flamethrowers them.
Yeah.
I don't think this game is close in any respect, and I think Tech's better than Arizona State. I like Tech to cover 2. I like Tech, and you're giving me points?
Yeah.
I can get Tech plus 2.5? That's free money.
Yeah.
And that's free money.
Yeah, that is free money. I'm preparing myself for like the sad walk in on Monday when
And be like, what in the hell happened
to Tech? But man, it sure doesn't seem
that's the most bizarre line of the week.
I don't get it at all.
Everything else I can kind of understand. I think they're underrating TCU based on one result.
That's
but
probably
that
true. Yeah.
Arizona State being a 2.5 point favorite at home against Tech is insane to me.
It
So
seems crazy.
that's free money.